The poem goes like this. I dreamt of a great wind writing its poetry on the golden sands of a desert. I dreamt of a thin line of mist over agriculture fields, cutting a hill that backdropped them into halves. I dreamt of a peacock preening his glistening feathers, of a butterfly hesitating before perching on a fragile flower. I dreamt of a stream that was hurrying to meet its sea, of a moth meditating its reflection on a glass window, of a moth meditating its reflection. Picture this, right? A moth, we just don't even care for it. Meditating its reflection on a glass window. I dreamt of sunflowers wilting, and then the one that really hits, it comes now. I dreamt of the unseen far side of the moon. I dreamt of the unseen far side of the moon. I dreamt of the resigned silence of the ever-burning sun. I dreamt of a mighty old oak falling, a grief always, too great for the earth to bear. Too great for the earth to bear. I can't even explain this. And the last part of it, I dreamt of holding a fistful of the earth. I dreamt of holding a fistful of the earth, the pulsating earth. The pulsating earth, right? I think you just said breath. So how have we, in the recent past, if you think of it, have we ever sort of just sat silently and tried to hear it? I think in all our hustle and bustle of life, we don't even think of it. So just that pulsating earth sound of it, the dreaming of it, and then the last line, it just culminates so well. And whispering to it, I'm sorry. I dreamt of holding a fistful of earth, the pulsating earth, and whispering to it, I'm sorry. It ends here, but I don't think it's, and I think we had a conversation about it, and she said it goes on, and we can write so many things to dream of. But I said, I think it just has to end here. Because I think the moment we get into a point where we belong so much that we start hearing the pulsating earth, or we actually see the sun, see those the millions of stars, and we actually hear the pulse, I think that's it. That's when we actually belong to the planet or universe, wherever we are. So I think it was quite a interesting poem. I think interesting is a very it's not the word, I think, but it was very, it was painting a picture. At the same time, it was also some sounds were reverberating in your ears as well, and very simple as well. Doesn't have a very fancy set of words or anything. It's just simple words, putting up a picture out there, and also and I think you used the because you said you dreamt, so you had the liberty to say whatever you wanted. So I think that's the coolest part of the poem. So
just to give you a little bit of a context, he's being very modest. He has studied in the International Space University, and he's an astrophotographer who's traveled across the world. We used to talk a lot about the night sky. Me, the noob that I am as a poet, and he as a guy who sort of understands what's going on out there. So it was a nice blend of things, and we have collaborated a lot in the past. Maybe we should again. So I think we together called it the glorious graveyard, the night sky, because time is such a funny thing. We are looking at things that burned in the past and all that. So ever fascinating muse that the sky is. And thank you for choosing this. I know you say that it should end there. Maybe that's nice, but also this is a kind of poem that each one of you can continue, and it doesn't have to end ever, right? So that's what I was thinking. Thank you. No, thanks. You chose a favorite.